Hello everyone, welcome to True Mother's Tears. My name is Zaina Mahmood. I'm a grief loss and a parenting coach. If you're new to this channel, I say a big welcome. I hope you'll be a blessing to us the same way that we will be a blessing to you. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell of notification to be notified whenever there is a new video from us. And for existing subscribers, thank you so very much for hanging in there. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Before I start, I have a guest with me, though she's not new. She's ever graced one of our videos, and today she's also gracing us with her presence. So please, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Yemi Jobi.
This is my friend, she's my sister, she was my student, but as it is now, I don't know if I should still call her my student, but she's been so many things to me. And today she's also sharing a story with us. If there's one thing we both have in common is that we're both bereaved mothers. We're still surviving because there is no way you say you have fully survived bereavement. What you do is you learn to live with the pain and then you move on with life. So but today because we've had similar experience, I've shared mine in one of my first videos. So today she's sharing her experience with us and how she was able to cope with the loss of her child. So please, Ma, can you tell us about your baby? Can you tell us?
It's okay. When I had after my second daughter, I was not pregnant for 8 good years. Then all of a sudden I was pregnant again.
And I'm sure you were very excited.
I was very excited. I was, awaiting the arrival of the baby. And on my way to the delivery room, it was the easiest birth.
Okay.
But the baby came out, refused to cry.
Wow.
And we were like that. The doctor tried, they tried. But eventually the baby gave up 2 hours after delivery.
Wow.
So it was a shocking thing for me after waiting for 8 good years. So it was unbelievable. But that day, I had to tell the doctor to discharge me because my first child was going to write jam the next day. And that was a determining factor because I knew if I had not gone on, she wouldn't have gone. She wouldn't be in the right frame of mind to write the jam. So I had to beg the doctor to discharge me that same day so as not to affect a jam the next day. So I was home. And before we got to, my husband had taken the picture of the dead baby. And he kept crying. As a matter of fact, he cried even more than me. I couldn't even cry. I found myself, people were coming, to visit, to condole, to, my husband had taken the pictures of the baby and he was busy crying. I got so married. I couldn't just cry. You know why? And people were coming, and I was even the one consoling them. People were coming, they were crying.
Like I said, why were you not? Was it that was so shocking to you, and you were in your moment of denial?
I think
you couldn't connect with what had just happened.
Yes, I couldn't connect to what happened.
No, you were just numb.
I was just numb. Up to now, I can't explain what happened, but I felt the presence of the Holy Spirit. Okay. He was there to comfort me.
Did you pray?
Well, I couldn't pray initially. I was busy singing hymn.
Okay.
I was carrying my hymn book. The only time I could cry was when my mother-in-law was, pressing my body with hot water.
Okay.
Or sometimes when I'm in the room alone with my husband.
Yeah.
But I couldn't just find myself crying in presence of people. Do
you think it was because of the presence of people, or
no?
Maybe when people are with you, they kind of distract the pain away, or
no, it wasn't.
Was it that you felt more? Did you feel more connected with the pain when you are in the presence of a loved one, or why? What was it that made you
place it? I can't really place it. All I knew that was I couldn't cry. And as a matter of fact, one of my friends, a very close sister, she came almost every day. And at a particular day, she got home and she called me from home and she said, "Sayemi, please, you are free to cry."
Because she noticed I hadn't
cried. She said I shouldn't bottle up my emotions. She was afraid for me. So I told her, it's not as if I don't just feel like crying. I just had to tell her that I don't just feel like crying. I don't know what's happening to me. So she was afraid that, that could harm me.
Yeah.
In a way.
So you said you couldn't connect with the pain, that it was only when you had, when you're in the presence of your husband,
yes,
that you're able to cry.
Yes.
And then, what the lady that was telling you to cry, she had noticed that
I had not cried,
and she felt maybe you were bottling up emotions.
Yes.
Okay, so what happened afterwards?
So I wasn't still able to cry. I was just busy singing hymns, and that was it. I couldn't just cry. Now I felt the presence of the Holy Spirit. As a matter of, I couldn't just cry. Until.
Did you feel like it was consoling you?
I felt it was consoling me. I felt, because it got to a stage that I was the one consoling the people that were coming.
Yeah.
I could remember a friend came and she fell on the ground and she was saying, "Oh, after all these years, when would another one come?" And I was even telling her, "Oh God, can you hear them? She just told you that you can't do it again. You better answer her." So it was like that. I was cracking jokes. I don't know. I couldn't just cry.
So what happened afterwards? Apart from the hymn that you were reading, was there any other thing that you feel strengthened you? Was there anything you did that physically that you did that helped you, that you think helped you through the process?
Yeah, apart from the hymns, I read some scriptures.
Okay.
I read some scriptures. That's basically what I could say helped me.
You. And at the same time, did you have somebody's presence? Maybe someone of a great importance in your life, somebody that came and stood by you during this period, and you remember the person's assistance, the backing the person gave you, how much it affected how you were able to survive this period?
Well, I think my husband, my children, my two other children, my mother-in-law, then my siblings, and so many friends.
Okay.
So
they reached out to you, and yes. Did you allow them come in? Did you give them that? Because I've heard some bereaved people saying that they didn't want the influx of people was too much for them, and they had to just close up to some people. They didn't allow them in because it was too much. So was there a time you felt like you needed to be alone, you wanted yourself, you wanted your me time to grieve alone?
No.
Okay, so these people were there, and you really appreciate you. You saw what their presence did to you.
Yes, they were there, and I think that helped me to heal faster. Yes, because people were around me. People were trooping in as if people had been waiting for the arrival of the baby. So people were trooping in, and their presence, I think, gave me courage. Yes.
Thank God that you were able to get over it within a short time. And what would you say to somebody that just lost a baby? What was that thing that you think you did and majorly helped you? Because not everybody will feel the presence of Holy Spirit, like you said.
Yes.
Not everybody. There are some people that as it's happening, they're able to connect with the pain. What would you say to someone like that is just recently bereaved and finding it hard to come out of it? What words of encouragement would you say to such a person?
The first thing I would say is to accept the fact that it has happened, and there's little or nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
The first thing is to get it. The second thing is to do as much as possible, get back on your feet. One other thing that I noticed that happened to me was later on, there was this fear in my heart. It was the devil that was whispering to me that, see, you're not going to have another baby again another long time. So I was afraid until I spoke to a man of God, and he said, no, that's the spirit of fear. Rebuke it. And until I rebuked it, the fear was in my heart. You understand? So the first thing is to first realize, tell yourself that it has happened. There's no amount of crying that can bring back the baby.
And then to be positive minded, because that was what the pastor helped you.
That was what the pastor, because I was hearing it in my spirit that another baby is not going to come in a long time. You know, so I was afraid. As a matter of fact, one of my friends called me, said, sis is allowed. You can start doing another one in 2 weeks. Don't wait. You know how your body is. So that one created another fear in my heart. So the first thing is to accept it. It may be painful. Accept it and be ready to go back on your feet. It may be painful.
Yeah.
But that is just all you can do. Crying will only compound the problem. Yeah. Some may not even survive it because they are so,
emotional.
So emotional.
They don't see life without that baby.
Yes. They don't see another chance.
Yes.
They don't see another chance.
But by the time you talk to yourself that I'm still alive, I still have my husband, I have the opportunity to get another one. It makes you to be positive spirited, and then you're able to move on.
Yes.
Thank you. So was there, aside that mindset, was there anything physically that you did, like clearing of, because I know in my situation, the clearing away of my baby's things was a massive step in my healing process. So I don't know, was there any positive thing, any physical thing that you did that you think helped you greatly? Was there that you can point to?
Well, I tried to connect back to my two other children.
Okay.
I tried to bring them back to myself, see them as the new baby. Okay. I tried to transfer the love to them.
Okay.
I tried to transfer the love to them and back to my husband.
Okay.
So try to feel like nothing ever happened, because as a matter of fact, there was a time that my husband was busy carrying the picture about and he was crying. I had to go to him. I tore the paper. I tried to delete the picture from his phone. So I tried to, with the help of God, to erase it from my memory. Since the baby was not there, there's no point hurting myself.
Okay. So now, we thank God you have other kids that you were able to, that helped you in diverting your attention from what was happening. What would you say to a mother that probably was losing her first child?
Yes.
What would you say?
I can relate with that because I've seen people that, that is the same. It's almost the same thing in the sense that the mother has to quickly get back on her feet, realize that there's another chance. Because if she doesn't get back on her feet and move on, she may end up losing everything. In the sense that she disconnects herself from her husband, disconnect herself even from her own self, from people
that would have helped her, from her own self,
even from her own self,
from reality.
So that will not help in any way. How long will you breathe when the baby? It's not as if the baby has gone on holiday and is coming back.
Yeah.
So
baby is gone and gone forever.
So it may be painful, but it's easier said than done. But I can say because I've been there. So for anyone that has been bereaved, the truth is it may be difficult, but try as much as possible to relate with people. Come out, mix with people, go to the people that you know that you love or that loves you.
Yes.
Get close to them.
Yes.
Share yourself up. Listen to music. Do those things that can lift your spirits.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so very much for sharing your experience with us.
You're welcome.
And I hope viewers out there, for anybody, if there's anyone that recently lost a baby and felt like it was the end of the world and felt like maybe there's not going to be life after this baby, or you don't just see any hope for you, just know this is someone that has been through it. I am someone that have also been through it. Though I've shared my story here, she's also sharing her story here. The whole purpose is for you to know that these are people that have been through whatever it is that you're going through, and they're telling you that you're going to be fine. Tomorrow you're going to be able to find your smile back. Believe us, believe them when they tell you that you're going to find your smile back, and just have it in mind that tomorrow will be better than today. So like I always say, thank you so very much for those that have been with us. And for those that are new, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to be notified when there is a new video. Stay blessed and keeping safe. Thank you so very much for hanging in there. Till we meet in our next video. Do take care. Bye.
Bye.